It's your boy BG, man, back at it. And 50 Cent decided to go on Big Boy's Neighborhood to talk about, a bunch of different topics. But, everybody's going to ask him, and anybody in hip hop, they're going to ask about the beef and Drake's lawsuit, etc. Well, 50 had a bunch of things to say, and he did something weird, but I'm going to read this article about what they said happened. So obviously 50 Cent was, having Drake's back during the battle, speaking on, if Drake was going to drop more and whatnot. So he said, the article says, 50 Cent has been one of the rare vocal supporters of Drake during his feud with Kendrick Lamar. Which is funny because I feel like most uh, personalities on social media and podcasters was, on Drake's side for the most part, hoping to get interviews and, just trying to big up Drake because he's the artist that's out about and Kendrick's kind of low key. So I think a lot of people took Drake's side in the initial beginning of it because they thought, shit, Drake gonna win. He's a big artist. But it goes on to say, the G Unit boss stopped by Big Boy's neighborhood on Monday, where he broke down the Six Gods' current position in the industry with what feels like the world against him. And now the world's against him. Yeah, because you lost a battle and you going out like a little fucking female, man. Come on now. Isn't exactly the Mean Girls burn book. At one point during the interview, 50 Cent, who is known for his trolling, held up a sheet of paper featuring a list of all of Drake's alleged ops, including names such as TD affiliates Absol, Kendrick Lamar, Kanye, and even hoopers such as LeBron James and DeMar DeRozan. According to Vibe, the list is a printout of 2023 posts made by a Drake fan account. Now, we go to the list. I'm going to read off some names because it's a whole list of names, which is crazy. You got Absol, Adidas, Anthony Fontano, ASAP Rocky, Bobby Altnoff, Busta Rhymes, Charlemagne, some streamer, Complex, Dave Free, Daylight, DeMar DeRozan, Donald Glover. Donald Glover had a diss track on his album, dissing Drake if you ain't heard his new album. Ebony Prince, which is the Twitter account that was posting that cryptic ass shit during the beef. Ebro, Elliott Wilson, Future, Hitta J3, Jack Dorsey. Like, I don't think Drake made this list. I hope not. Sean C, SZA, TD, Terrence Henderson, A Punch, TD, Joe Budden, JPEG Mafia, Kanye West, Kendrick, Kid Cudi, LeBron James, Lil Yachty. Like, Lil Yachty and Drake was cool for a minute, but I guess if you say anything bad, Drake cut you off. Megan Thee Stallion, Metro Boomin, Myron Gaines, I don't know who that is. Omarion, Ice Cube's son, Peter Rosenberg, Pharrell, Playboy Cardi, Puff Daddy, Pusha T, Rihanna, Rick Ross, Rockefeller, Roddy Ricch, Rory, Russell Westbrook, and I don't know who the person on the bottom is. But I hope this is one of Drake's stand accounts, bro. Like, that's a lot of people have on your ops list. He didn't put on there, what's his name? Steve Lacy, his fragile op. It might have been at the bottom. Oh yeah, he got more. I'm not gonna go through all, but that was most of the people in there. The NBA, NFL. Come on now. But yeah. So it goes on to say, 50 says this is the ops page. He was just winning consistently more than everybody else in the culture, and then these people start to turn into people that they feel like they're ops all over the page because they keep watching him win. Then you going, I want this thing forever, man. I'm not sure you can have it forever. So basically 50 saying Drake got so big to where, once you get so big, people kind of want you to fall back down to earth. I mean, that's true. That's definitely true in a lot of cases. I feel like a lot of that's going on now with Jay-Z and Beyonce. People like jumping on it. Ooh, they want him to go down so bad. But I think Drake is a little different, man, because he just pissed off a lot of people in the industry. And he's even doing it now with his lawsuit. But I guess 50 feels like he kind of understands what Drake is going through because later on he says that he felt the same thing. 50 explained this further during the interview. He went into detail about how the rap game only wants you to win for so long. Not even just a rap game, just anything in general. I didn't see where what Drake did was whack at any point, he stated. They giving Drake the, oh, you whack, you finish. I'm like, nah, come on, man. That's a system trying to make some sort of resistance, and it's from the consistency. When you win consecutively, that part of hip hop demographic wants you out of there. I started to feel the resistance for the Curtis album. So 50 can, I guess, relate to what Drake is going through in the sense that he got so big to where people wanted to fail, which I don't think 50 got it to that point. I think he might feel like people just got tired of his music and people wasn't fucking with him. But I don't think people was out to, wanting to see 50 Cent fail. You know what I mean? I think music is kind of goes real fast. So, you have your moment and then it's on to the next hot thing. Uh, but seems like 50's kind of trying to be on Drake's side, which he did, but now it's kind of like he's playing both sides because he sees Drake lost. So he's trying to kind of have his cake and eat it too, straddle the fence because, remember when he was in that video, it's like me and Drake working on something. So I think he's still trying to be cool with Drake, but also trying to say, shit, Kendrick did win the battle. So he goes on to say 50 Cent also told Big Boy that he knows Drake had more material ready to go, but held back after Lamar didn't respond to the Hard Part 6 and Not Like Us began to form the tidal wave that would crash the entire rap game. See, now that I have a problem with. You have more songs to drop, but your first idea was to drop the Hard Part 6, which was basically like you know, my last clip. I'm just spitting my last bullet, and that shit was like waving a white flag. So why would you drop the Hard Part 6 if you had more shit? Because if you remember, Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams, which was scathing as fuck. That was, I'm gonna do a diss track, top 10 diss tracks. To me, that was, one of the top diss tracks that came out. And then he dropped Not Like Us. So he dropped those two, and you come back with the Hard Part 6, which you basically on defense the whole song. He talking about you too rich to be a pedo. It's like, bro, I don't think you could have had more. And if you did, why didn't you just drop, something else? Because he dropped two back to back. You dropped two back to back. Drop the Hard Part 6 and drop something else. Because obviously the Hard Part 6 didn't really do shit. So even if Not Like Us did blow up, you got more shit, throw it out there. So I don't believe that. I think 50's just saying that. Drake might have told him that, but Drake also said he had most shit for Pusha T and he didn't want to drop it. So I'm like, I don't know if that's just him just trying to say that to save face. 50 says, they was loaded again. Drake was loaded, ready to go again. He continued, I know they had new material ready to go again. There's no way you stop and you losing. Nah, I gotta fix it. Speaking as if he Drake. But my thing is like, there's no way you stop if you losing. But if you heard Hard Part 6, Drake was tired, bro. He was just exhausted. You know what I mean? He was tired to finish it. He just sounded sad. So it's like if you got your ass whooped, sometimes you just, get up and try to walk away because you hurt so bad. You back into the ropes to try to, gain your composure. And I feel like that's what the Hard Part 6 was. It wasn't bravado. It wasn't, boasting about how dope you are. It wasn't no disses to Kendrick. It was just basically explaining why you not, what Kendrick called you. And saying you tired and, this was a good exhibition. It was good to get your pen working again. So it's kind of like, this is the end for you. That's what it sounded like. The Queen's icon isn't one to mince his words. So in addition to the Drake Kendrick feud, he also talked about Drizzy's legal action against Universal Music Group and plenty more. So he did talk about the lawsuit, but I feel like 50 playing both sides. Kendrick ain't, he's not really digging at both sides shit. Like if you heard on, whacked out murals, he was like, "I'm gonna choose a side for you," and I think he was saying that to number of people. I mean, he even spoke about Snoop posting shit like, "Man, I had to let that go because that's a big homie." But people like Game, people like 50 Cent, uh, trying to like play both sides. I think Kendrick is kind of like, "Fuck that, you pick a side," and that's where I think he really, you know, channels that Tupac mindset because that's how Pac was. If you remember, he was cool with people, but once they was kind of like, "I'm not gonna pick a side," Pac was like, "I'm gonna choose it for you." It was like, "Fuck you," and I think that's what Kendrick is doing. So I doubt Kendrick even fucks with 50 Cent or Game or anybody else that was kind of trying to play both sides or take Drake's side in the future. Because I think he has that mindset like Pac, man. Like, if you're not with me, you're against me. I want to do a video about that, like how him and Pac is so similar because that's one aspect I think he really took from Pac and believes like, man, you got to pick a side, bro, because it's not no, be cool with both of y'all. Nah, I don't like this nigga, so either you don't like him or you don't like me. But pick one. But yeah, man, that's all I got. I just want to, you know, put that out there because 50 is kind of speaking like I'm gonna try to, help Drake out, but also I understand what happened because, you saying Kendrick won, Drake lost. But yeah, man, if y'all like what I'm doing, like the video, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Share it. Until next time, we out of here. Peace.